Good afternoon, good afternoon. What's going on with y'all? I'm waiting on my man, the good brother. There we go. Add you now. Hey, you
Big bro.
sideways.
Oh, I'm sideways?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me fix that. I thought that it would adjust,
Clayton, how you
but I
doing?
guess
What's
not.
going on with you?
I can't say too much, brother. How you feel?
Well, I'm taking it easy, man.
Apologize for that. Let me get that together.
It's wonderful, man. It's all good. How your day going?
We gotta start. We gotta start the stream off like this. I know what I do though.
There we go.
I'm just gonna
Got
have
you.
to hold. I'm just gonna have to hold it, man. I had it on the tripod,
Oh, okay,
but I'm gonna
okay.
have to hold it, man.
Okay, yeah.
So, what did you title this?
The difference between our ecosystem and other ecosystems. Because the question appeared last night, and you went to explain. You did a good job, but some people don't understand to just reading. You know what I mean? So I wanted you to come on and explain exactly what you were saying. Hey, how you doing? So I want you to come on and explain about the difference between what was it, the marijuana cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, I mean, that in our ecosystem, the current system, and okay, yeah, that that comment that the individual made, it was it was just based on self, not knocking the person, but when you start to really understand business, especially business of the 21st century, the business of the 21st century is all about information, and most individuals are going into business. They see something, they like it, and I've been at fault for this, but it's really understanding what problem is one solving, understanding that information is money in the times that we're living in, and
Mm-hmm.
understanding the times that we're living in actually. So, what we've been blessed to be part of and for our minds to open up to accept, in my opinion, is the best system on the planet because of the current system. So when that individual spoke about marijuana, they were just looking at the gains that they could get within that industry of investing in companies. And I'm not saying that can't happen, but is that marijuana industry, is it really solving a problem? Is it solving a problem for the homeless man on the street? Is it solving a problem for the millionaire next door, meaning that the individual who has a bunch of cash sitting on a bank, sitting on a computer, where he has the opportunity at this moment to diversify his cash into what's real. So we have a program that's solving a major problem, and that major problem is financial education. So that marijuana industry, once again, if you're thinking of self, you want to just get in to gain cash, you yourself will probably get hurt in these times that we're living in financially. And the future is right now, brother.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Yes,
Definitely.
sir.
Well,
Yeah, man.
yeah, so I know like a lot of people, they want to get into cryptocurrency, but they don't know, because it's a lot of them out there, but they don't know which ones to get into. And I was talking to the brother last night, and he was like some of them cryptocurrencies are like I think Ethereum is like under the cost of mining.
Right, right.
So you know what I mean? If it takes more money to mine it than what y'all paying for, then it's going to collapse, right?
Correct, correct,
So yeah,
correct.
so what we have,
Yeah.
huh?
I mean, you're right, and I'm learning. That's the great thing I love about our program with the leadership that we have and the individuals that we can connect to learn. I'm learning this crypto space, and I'm just so grateful for Karatbars. I'm so grateful for individuals like Crypto Steve and Lewis Young, and the individuals who are already been in the game, but and made millions of dollars already in the crypto space. So, just to be part of something with the number one point to what we're dealing with, number one, is gold. It's always been gold before cryptocurrency was ever a conversation within Karatbars. So when you
Correct.
have that number one shield, see, we individuals look at gold as a barbaric relic from the past, that is just something that they used in ancient times,
Mm-hmm.
But just to understand the importance of gold and still to get back on cryptocurrency is that you and I wouldn't be communicating right now if gold wasn't on the motherboard of this phone, on the motherboard of the computer. So gold is, in my opinion, the #1 asset in the world that we must have in our presence. But now to incorporate a gold-backed cryptocurrency, like you just stated, brother, I mean, there's so many cryptocurrencies that have been created throughout this time of this new monetary industry.
Right.
Bitcoin being the first, Bitcoin creating so many successful people in that space dealing with the blockchain technology, but we have the only coin, plural, that's backed by the #1 asset in the world.
Right.
So to understand this opportunity for our people to wake up right now, we really don't have too much time. Okay, we don't have too much time. If one is in life chasing cash, you're gonna get poor. So if your mindset is based on chasing cash, if your mindset is based on working for money, if your mindset is based on I need a job, you will get poor. That dependency is over with. Right. You don't have any job security. You see what's going on in the government. We don't need to talk about that. The ones who've been riding around in the big cars and the big houses and working for money, we will see where they will end up. I don't want them to end up, but here's an opportunity. Here's an opportunity that can change your life based on how serious you take it. So the crypto space alone, without becoming a networker, without learning to connect to others, which we're in this connected economy, the crypto space alone, this ecosystem that has been developed by Mr. Harold Seitz. And I know your title of your stream, brother, and I want to thank you for allowing me to come on, is the current system, the current ecosystem, or that marijuana ecosystem, which I never even knew there was, or a system that's based on freedom.
Right.
So the current system is the system that everyone is losing in. We have a system that's based on going to school. Nothing wrong with education, but is education teaching you about assets? No, it's teaching you to get a job. What's going on with the jobs? They're going away. So that's the current system. And then the current system tells you to save money and invest for the long term in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Is it smart to save cash? No. Is it smart to save in mutual funds and bonds? No, because Wall Street owns those things. Why would I save cash when cash is going away? It's losing value, it's losing purchasing power. I'm working for it, I'm paying taxes for it. My overhead is more high. So this is the current system that's putting people in a situation that they don't even understand. And maybe you and I, brother, wouldn't ever understand if we didn't come into this amazing opportunity and we weren't open to information, open to change, open to eliminating the current environment that we're dealing with, open to cutting off the television, open to connecting to new people. Because if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to get a whole nother group. And if your group is not elevating you, you need to get a whole nother group. So that's the current system. So let's move on over to the system that you and I have embraced, that's changing our lives, that's allowing me to work from home 24 hours a day. If I wasn't sleeping, I'd be working right online, doing what I'm doing with you now, brother. And once again, I thank you for this opportunity. So let's talk about this system that's a system based on freedom. See, when you work for freedom and not money, this is when your life changes. So the ecosystem that Mr. Harold Seitz has developed is a system that's based on freedom. What does that mean? Well, what you work hard for, going back over to the current system where the 99% are part of, is a debt system. That Federal Reserve note is a debt system. It tells you on it, I'm a note, I'm a Federal Reserve note. I went in the grocery store today going to get my favorite burger called the Beyond Burger. It's a plant-based burger. So I was asking the young lady at Joint Tiger, I talk about it, man. So I'm asking the young lady, you know, how's business been here in the Yes Market down there on Capitol Hill since the shutdown? Mm-hmm. She said, you know, it's been up and down, people stocking up because they don't know when they're going to get their next paycheck, you know, things like that. I said, have you studied history? And she said, nah, not really. I said, okay, well, Google the Great Depression of 1920. When you look at the pictures of 1920, 1930, when we had job losses in the, America was in a vicious state at that time. But see, at that time, it was more civil. Mm-hmm. You may have had 16 deaths. As you and I are speaking now, people are dying. So this system that most of us don't know of is a system that's going to destroy us, a system that is destroying us. But here's a system, a simple system that's based on gold, that's based on cryptocurrency backed by gold, that's based on new ATMs being developed, that those who are holding on to the cryptocurrency, those who will use the ATMs, those holding on to the cryptocurrency will gain more wealth because the fees will drive the coins up in value. Blockchain smartphones that will protect our assets, understanding this technology, okay? And then an exchange. And I know for the average person, this is foreign language.
Yeah.
I'm an average person, but we're learning not to be average because the average person will get hurt. So we have a system that will walk you by the hand. Number one, exchanging your cash, the valuing currency for physical gold. Number two, plugging into what's going to allow us to elevate mentally. Number three, you cutting off everything because if you weren't building wealth, you're getting poor. That's just it. There's nothing else more important, number one, than God, your family, your health, and Karatbars. Because Karatbars is a debt-free system that will allow you to take your life to the next level. And the beginning part of going to the next level is to elevate this brain of ours. So we want to be part of a system, Brother Bobby, that's going to allow us to be financially free. And financial freedom is not in credit. Financial freedom is not based off life insurance. Financial freedom is not based off me selling lotions and potions, not knocking them things, but we got to understand the times we in. Because once you understand money, you work for assets, not liabilities. And the US dollar is a big liability. Why? Because it steals one of the most important assets that you have, which is your time. So we have a completely different system, brother, that I can't thank Allah enough to be part of.
Man, that was beautiful spoken, man. Real talk. And I appreciate you for coming on, you know, dropping that bomb, you know what I'm saying, on the people, because they, like you said, if we wasn't in this situation, then I wouldn't know either. And I'm just learning, you know. I take a lot of information from you and from the elites in Karatbars because they know what they're talking about. They've been doing this. They've been through other companies that's doing well, companies that's, you know, making a lot of money, but that's all they're doing is making money. Well, all they doing is making fiat currency. It wasn't teaching them to have financial education. It wasn't teaching them to save properly. So, you know, I'm definitely thankful for, you know, hooking up with you, learning from you, you know, sharing information with you, making videos with you, you know, coming together, whatever we doing, you know, because we all doing something to increase our financial education and preserve our wealth. And the only system I see that's doing that is Karatbars.
That's it, Brother Bobby. It's Karatbars, man. See, once we understand that we gotta, I mean, you know, you have to take care of yourself. You need a roof over your head. You have to eat food. But when you just in it to make money, you're just in it thinking about yourself, man. Right. I mean, what, you know, you're not in it to solve a major problem. See, once you get yourself out of the picture, you go out here knowing that what you have is most definitely solving a problem. Get yourself out the way and go out here and help other people, man. Yeah. Stop thinking about yourself. I need a job. I need this. I need that. You do need these things, right? But once you have the basic needs, and if you want to elevate yourself, Karatbars is the best opportunity. People hear this thing, oh, Karatbars, gold, this, gold, that. You damn right, gold, this, gold, that. If you don't have gold on your portfolio, if your portfolio doesn't have no less than 10% of gold to protect what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a financial advisor. I like to say I'm a financial educator as I'm a student. I met a gentleman the other day. I'm networking, going to the car wash, man. I always network while I'm out. He told me he had his MBA. I was humble with him, brother, but I said, brother, in this climate that we're in right now, your MBA will not save you. Going back to school to get a good job, that's obsolete information. So we want to be part of a system because, see, when you understand money, you walk differently, you talk differently. It's not an arrogant or you don't have ego, but you understand what everyone's working hard for. Right. You understand that no matter which way the economy's going, up, down, sideways, around the corner, you can prosper and do well. But once again, we're not in 1922. The Great Depression was a serious time in history. We're not nowhere even in that debt back then. America is the most indebted country in the world. Europe is right behind us. We must understand this is a total of close to $30 trillion in debt. We can't get out of it. History didn't stop just because we're living. History continues to evolve. America's at a standpoint where she's falling, and the number one thing why she's falling is her currency. That she's bamboozled the world with this quantitative easing, this printing of money, this fractional reserve with this debt, printing fake money, creating money out of nowhere by just charging people interest. All these things, ladies and gentlemen, we're part of. But Karatbars offers you a completely different system to step into the Karatbars universe. I cannot thank God enough for Mr. Harold Sykes, what this gentleman has put together for anybody to build wealth. When I say, brother, that this is serious, I'm so passionate about this that I see the old people still working in Walmart, driving Uber. It's serious out here, man. And this is so simple, just to transition yourself from exchanging cash for gold and investing in cryptocurrency all under one umbrella. So our people gotta wake up. White, black, purple, I don't care who you are, what color you are, this program is for everybody. But if you stay in this current system, 800,000 people affected by this layoff. Not layoff, but this shutdown, excuse me. That's serious. I brought up the Great Depression because when you look at the pictures, and I'm looking at a news clipping on YouTube of federal workers in line getting food. So this is a serious deal. So don't think just because you have a private sector or for-profit or non-profit business that you secure. If you're working for money, you might as well say you're on the street right now. We're at a time right now that the entrepreneur, this is the time for entrepreneurship, or I like to say infopreneurship, because we're sharing information. We're not here to sell you any gold. We're not here to ask you to buy any gold. We're here to teach you that the number one asset on the planet is physical gold. And if you have any cash, do your best to connect with Brother Bobby or myself and save cash, save gold, and exchange it, ladies and gentlemen. This is so vital. But this system, when I tell you it's changed my life and the life of thousands of people all over the world, step outside of this system, ladies and gentlemen, because we got the answer for you. It's called Karatbars International.
Man, thank you so much, man. You know, like I said, I'm learning as you talking, you know what I mean, myself. You know what I'm saying? Because you're saying some real powerful words, man, to speak volume. You know, and I hope the people listening, you know, that's all we can do. Like I say, we scream at the top of our lungs, you know, this ecosystem that's able to save people. But if they don't listen, man, we can talk all day long. You know, it's up to them to listen. You know what I mean? And come on in. And it's not like it's you know, it's something that's going to, you know, come back and bite you. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it's going to save you, because like the brother always said, there's no penalties here. You know, ain't nobody going to email you a threat and say you ain't get no gold this week or this month or this year. You do what you need to do, how you need, at your own pace. But like you said, though, it's all about the information. It's all about having knowledge, you know, and that's all we've been talking about, you know. Man, I'm so glad you came on, because like some of the people that actually signed up with me, they still don't understand, right? And we always say, listen, right now you can take $5 and get cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like you got to be rich to do this business. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you got to be rich to come in this ecosystem. Stop playing games, get in here and get your position and start getting this information, this knowledge, and start sharing with other people. That's all you got to do.
Well, people are asking for a solution, brother. You know, when you say that, it's hard. I mean, we've taken on the responsibility to change our lives and change other people's lives. So this is what messengers, and we're not prophets, but this is what they went through. They were rejected because you brought something that was different from what they've been used to doing. So even though you say this is what the wealthy do, it's still hard to break out of the norm, break out of the football Sundays and the NBA weekdays and the foolish shows that's coming on BET, things that's keeping you bounded to this system. All that's the system. The food is part of the system, everything. So it's hard for us, and I understand. So we're not looking for everybody. Actually, we're looking for somebody who's up to changing their lives, is going to submit to a system, is going to be coachable and willing to change their lives. I mean, we got people who have children. What are you doing for your family? What are you doing for your children? What do? You can't pass the job on to them. So we at a time, ladies and gentlemen,
Nah.
and I can't thank Brother Bobby enough. Every day this brother's on the scene wanting to get this information out to help his friends and family, man. What are you doing? Think about what you're doing. The signs are all around, but when you chasing cash, you ignore the signs. You ignore that elderly person still working. You ignore that individual that's homeless on the street. You think that won't be you, but you working for a paycheck. One of the most heinous things created in history, a paycheck that steals your time, and you got to pay taxes on it. So we got a simple system that's based on pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. That's the first person who should be paid. Is you. Before anybody, right, Brother Bobby?
Hey,
before
it's
anybody.
your work. It's your work. So if it's your work, then you should get paid first then, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So once again, brother, you know, I thank you for the opportunity, man, but I understand where we are. And, you know, I do my best to stay humble. I do my best not to develop an ego, to think I'm better than no one, because we've been blessed with this opportunity, brother. That's one thing we must watch as people stay humble. Because if a person's ever thinking about becoming wealthy, wealthy people are humble individuals. That's why they stay on top of the game. We're not talking about becoming rich. Okay, when you think rich, you're just thinking a stack of cash. I'm just looking at what Zimbabwe is going through. They got the highest gas in the world, $15 for a gallon of gas. It's mad chaos. The government has shut down there. Oh, that's in Zimbabwe. Okay, but Zimbabwe was in debt as well. Zimbabwe printed a $1 trillion note that went to zero. America's printing money. We must understand history where we've had a $1,000 note here. So as the Fed giveth, the Fed will taketh. We're down to a few notes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And we must understand where we are. I understand because our brain is not connecting to the right thing. We're part of a system that's destroying us. But here's a system that's uplifting anyone who takes part in it, with the best leadership from Mr. Ty Best, Mr. Mike Delco, and so many other amazing leaders. I'll be here for hours, including yourself, brother, to talk about the individuals that we pull out a pen and pad and listen to and follow. But keep following Brother Joe on the corner. Keep following Susan at the hair salon, at the Gucci store. Keep following those individuals and watch where you see yourself. You're going to be eating that Gucci bag, okay? These things that's going on right now, we need to prepare and see the things that's afar and take them serious right here in America. Because to be honest with you, America is the culprit for most of the stuff that's going on around the world. She's the global currency of the world that backs other ones, but now they're bypassing the US dollar where they don't want it anymore. And when her money comes back to her, this will cause hyperinflation. You'll see prices go up, a gallon of milk becoming $10, excuse me, like it's going on in Canada. So we have areas that are experiencing hyperinflation. And for those that are not financially literate, hyperinflation means when your currency loses more of its purchasing power, basically zero, which we've almost done, the prices go up.
Yes. He must have had an interruption, but basically what he was saying is when you go to the grocery store and you got to pay $20 for a Snicker bar or $50 for a bag of chips, that's exactly what he's talking about. Hyperinflation. We think the prices of stuff is going up. Nah, it's the purchasing power of the dollar that loses, and we end up paying more for it. Working all these hours, long hours, all these hours we putting in for a paycheck, for cash, and the prices staying the same, but the power of the dollar is going down. So we thinking, oh man, prices are going up, prices are going up. Nah, it's the power of that dollar, the purchasing power, that diminished. Hey, there you go. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you now, man. What word I'm looking for, man? They must have heard, bro. On fire over here, Black.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
You on fire, brother.
We on fire, brother. We on fire, man. I'm learning not to say me because success is team. That's why people can't move ahead. You think about yourself. When you work with a body of people, you grow faster. So I'm sorry. Go ahead and continue, brother.
No, you were speaking about hyperinflation.
Yes, sir.
I was saying that we thinking the prices of stuff is going up. When you go to the store and you got to pay $20 for a Snicker bar, you know, or $30 for a bag of chips. That's how it's going to be, because it ain't the price going up. It's the purchasing power of the dollar then just lost everything. So he's like, you gotta take a stack to the store with you just to get, you know what I'm saying, a bag of chips. And you like,
absolutely,
you worked all these hours, you know, for all this for this paycheck. You done got $1,000 a week, you know, for a paycheck, and it costs $500 for you to buy back a loaf of bread.
That's right.
That ain't making sense.
No, it's not making sense at all, man. And you know, once upon a time, a gallon of milk was $25. I mean, I'm sorry, 25 cents. Carton of eggs, 5 cents. So did the milk and egg change? Well, it did. Things were a lot fresher back then. We're dealing with a lot of GMO, but that's another subject. But no, it didn't change in that sense. What changes was the dollar. So it's just been going downhill. Not to get too technical, we want to keep it very simple with people.
Right.
To just understand that you need a new system, a system that is simple, that everyone can do. And this is what Mr. Harold Sykes has put in order for us. But we and many of us will get to the next level because of these coins. Now, we do something that's challenging. And if it's not challenging, it's not even worth being part of. Networking is challenging. Networking, because you're rejected by many, and many people quit, right? But if you want to win, you can't be a quitter, because quitters don't win and winners don't quit. So that's a challenge. But when it comes to the cryptocurrency, it could be a little technical. But I'm letting you know, Brother Bobby's letting you know, and many other wealth builders around the world are letting you know that these coins will take you to the next level. But why do I say that? Not just because you're going to get gains, but when you plug into our system, your mindset begins to change. Because see, if your mindset is not ready for wealth, you'll lose it all. So you can go ahead with the lottery ticket mindset and continue to scratch tickets all your life. I hope you do win. And when I see people doing this, I ask them, what you gonna do with the money? They're gonna go get the big house, the big car, go into more liabilities, not understanding to work for assets, correct? And go broke in about 3 to 4 years. But the thing about becoming wealthy in Karatbars is that you're going to develop a new mindset. You have no choice because of the leadership and the mentoring and coaching that we're connected to. On top of the brilliance of Mr. Harold Sykes and what he's put together for the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can stay in that current system. I wish you all the best. We're not sitting here telling you that Karatbars is what perfect. It's just better.
Right.
Okay? Nothing's perfect. It's just better. That's just it. That's just it. So if we could just wake up. I know it's hard, man, brother. But it's hard to get the people. We got to just understand how people have been bamboozled. Because if you're going through a system that teaches you to get a job, the job is teaching you to get work for money. So that's all you know. Yeah. So it's foreign language when we come to talk about gold. It's foreign language when we come to talk about history of 1971 when Nixon took us off gold. It's foreign language to know that every war that we've had, every calamity that we've had, even 9/11 damaged the dollar and took most of its purchasing power away. So once we know that America has been doing nothing but spending her money on war, weapons, and then she's borrowing money, okay, using this cash to buy products, America produces nothing. So once again, I want to do my best to keep it simple. But ladies and gentlemen, please plug into what my brother's sharing with you. It is nothing else out here, and I will debate you in a professional way to let you know that you will lose if you're not dealing with assets in these times that will allow you to hedge and fight all of this crap that's going on around the world. So we're excited about this, very excited. But in these times, even with the excitement, we have to understand we got to stock up on food, stock up on water. Don't ignore the other countries that's having these issues. It's war all around the freaking world. We're at a time right now, I know I've gone out the scope, but all of this stuff boils down to money. This is what it is. I mean, we have major health issues, but it's all boiling down to cash. There's cash crisis all over the world. So this is what's going on, and it's gone on in history. Every fiat currency that's ever been created in time has went back to its intrinsic value, which is zero. And the U.S. dollar has a 100-year track record. It's the longest fiat currency standing, but her days are numbered. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. So we got a chance to step outside this system and come on into this Karatbars universe and build real wealth for ourselves, our family, and even put ourselves in position to help other people. I just love it, Brother Bobby. I'm sorry to be long-winded, brother.
No. Listen, man. You know, you got the people's ears because this is something, like you said, foreign to them. This is foreign, but they kind of understanding it. But like you say, it's not normal, so it's hard for people to actually understand, like, this system. Yeah, it's a whole different system. This system is geared to help us win, and that's all we talking about. You know, we're not
That's
trying.
it, man.
We're not selling nothing. You know what I mean? We just trying to, like, coach y'all into coming to a different system. Put yourself in a position where you can actually help other people. We lost him, but he right here. Put yourself in a position where you can help other people, where you can save, where you can put yourself in a position where you can have generational wealth. That's what it's all about. You know, not just yourself, not being selfish, saying, I'm going to go to work this and the third, I'm not going to tell nobody about this. Nah, we putting ourselves in a position where we're going to have generational wealth, but we looking out for our kids, kids, you know. So that's what it's all about,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Huh?
It's a great time for the informed, man. It's a great time for the informed, for those who want to be informed, man. You know, I reach out to people and they have their different, you know, business ventures, and I respect that, man.
Right.
And I wish you all the best.
Right.
But if your business venture is tied into something that's going out, where will your venture go?
Yeah.
If that business venture is not elevating his brain, where will it go? So I hate to say it, we got the best deal. It's not about arrogance. It's just Karatbars is the best deal because it's dealing with a subject that no one talks about. Gold was even taken out of the current school system back in the 70s, right around the same time that it came off the gold standard, that we came off the gold standard. When they detached gold from the dollar, this is when they took it out of the schools. We're not going to teach you about what wealth is. See, so we got to look at what the major countries are doing.
Right.
Countries like Russia, what they doing? Stocking up on gold. China, who holds the most gold. And there's a saying, "The who owns the gold makes the rules." So China basically owns America and her infrastructure. Right. Okay? We have to look at into places like Texas, who wanted to do a repatriation of their gold that's in a vault in New York. Right. We have to see what places like, I mean, these places, and okay, I'm sorry, I had a call come in. So we have to look at what the major countries are doing. The major countries are doing, and they're getting gold. We have to look at the individuals that even run this banking system, the central bankers. What are they doing? These are the ones that do deal with the credit. These are the ones that make the rules dealing with this quantitative easing, this printing of money. Okay, what are they doing? Stocking up on gold. What are some of the other banking and large corporations doing? And some of the names are coming to my tongue, but they stock it up on silver. So you don't just follow what you, it's different types of people who hold on to money. You got paper wealth and you got asset wealth. We're dealing with assets, not paper. Paper is an asset that you can barter with, but it's a depreciating asset. And the individuals who print the money even tell you this. And who is that? The Federal Reserve System. They tell you that the US dollar is the largest liability on their statement. What do? Hold gold. So once again, man, when you've been conditioned mentally by a world that's completely opposite of what's right, this is foreign language. What we're talking about is foreign language because this world teaches you to chase cash and not chase what's real. We're dealing with God's money. 5,000-year track record, okay? US dollar 100-year track record. I'm going to trust in what God has put in order and has always been, and understand that this world that we live in. The Bible says, and not to get all spiritual, the serpent deceived the whole world. Well, who is the serpent and who's in the world? Well, we are. You figure out who the serpent is. So, brother, I'm sorry to get hyped, man, but this thing is real, man.
Yeah.
This thing is real, brother.
Listen, I definitely understand you. I was thinking about what somebody said about how they took gold off the gold standard, but they actually also took copper out of the penny. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear?
I can't.
Can you hear?
Get somebody to Put it in the chat box. Can they hear you, brother Masood?
Can y'all hear me?
You got brother Damon up. I mean Meadows here, my brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Can you hear? Let me see. He said yes, he can hear me.
So it must be me.
I can hear you. Okay, he gonna come back in, but yeah, Assalamu alaikum, Aki. But yeah, I was it was crazy because when they told me they even took copper out of the penny because people was taking the copper, melting it, and selling the copper. So they took the copper out of the penny. So people was hold on, brother Demi. Let's see what's up with this brother right here. It say add in Aki. Yeah.
What's going on, baby boy?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. The champ is here.
Demi was going in, man.
Hey, I know. I said he was going in. Hey, pass my bag right here. Let me show these brothers and sisters something real quick. You know,
share some with us real quick, man.
Yeah, I'm sharing something real quick. Real quick. You know, I keep my stash with me, you dig? But okay. I'm happy that you're definitely going hard with this movement. And I just want to show y'all something right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the US dollar that we know about, right? Notice it. This is the US dollar when it was backed by silver. Mm-hmm. This is the, look, matter of fact, look at the difference in size alone. And notice it says on here, it says, this is a 1921 silver dollar. Mm-hmm. I mean, 23, I'm sorry, 1923. It says on here, and I'm gonna let y'all see it, this certifies that there has been deposited in the Treasury of the United States of America one silver dollar payable to the bearer on demand. That is unbelievable. Now let's go to the dollar that we got in our pockets today. Where does it says payable to the bearer on demand or that is worth one silver dollar? It don't say nothing. It say, this what this dollar say right here. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. So it lets you know, ladies and gentlemen, that this money is nothing but a debt. This ain't much. I'm disrespecting it. It ain't money. This is a promissory note.
Yeah.
You know, so we already know that this is the money. This is 1/10 of a gram of Karatbars cash gold. So we try to let everybody know, don't play with yourself. When you just seen Donald Trump, whether you agree with him or not, with a swiping of a pen, he shut down the whole system. 800,000 people are affected by the government shutdown. If that doesn't, listen, if that doesn't offend everybody that hear the sound of my voice, I don't know what's going to. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. We have to stop playing with ourselves when it comes to finances. Because anytime somebody can control your household, meaning by just saying the government shut down, that means you ducking the repo man, you ducking the rent man, you ducking the mortgage man, you ducking all these bill collectors, light bill, because guess what? You're not getting a check. Just a swiping of a pen because he want to build a wall. Are you serious? And notice that their household ain't being affected. Understand this. The regular United States citizens are being affected by some pride. So when I'm telling you, when you allow a person or a government or a thing to affect your household because of pride, you got to step it up. Because guess what? Karatbars is outside and it ain't raining over here. Listen, it ain't raining over here, Masu. You understand?
Nah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we need y'all, and I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing because I'm happy that my man is doing this live. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta go. Oh yeah, look what somebody gave me. Woo! It's not a game, baby. It's not a game, baby. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, you gotta have gold in your life, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta have gold that's tangible. And for those people who think because they got gold in the stock market or something like that, newsflash, you don't own gold. You own a piece of paper that says you have gold.
Yes.
Karatbars gold is physically tangible. You understand? And when we became the first company to put tangible gold with cryptocurrency, the most securest form of payment on the face of the earth. Because know why? It can't be hacked, ladies and gentlemen. It's a secure payment system that's unhackable. That means we're not going to have the same thing that happened with Wells Fargo when those $2 million accounts, 2 million accounts allegedly had a security breach.
Right.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is unhackable. You got the gold in your hand and you got the cryptocurrency. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. We're not playing. So, Matthew, I just wanted to pop in, let the people know what you telling them and what you sharing with them is for their benefit.
Yeah.
Because we got gold. You know what I mean? So when this economy, I didn't say if, when this economy totally crashes, because listen, history repeats itself. The US dollar is not worth anything. That's a fact. That's a fact. You can't even get this dollar to little kids anymore, like back in the day when I was little, where you can get 100 pieces of penny candy. You can't even get 100 pieces of penny candy with a child looks at you there like, what's that dollar gonna do, Uncle Amin? I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's what my niece, my little nephew and them, they don't play that dollar stuff. It's $5 and up. Because they know they barely can get stuff at the store for that little bit of money. So with that being said, I just wanted to pop in, let you know, man, I appreciate everything you're doing, everything Jan is doing, everything Demi doing. Man, listen, shout out to the team, baby.
Appreciate you, brother. Definitely appreciate you. You want to put me on the path, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, I know Demi might be mad. I done popped in on his live.
Nah, Demi knows what's happening, you know what I mean? Listen, man, you the one put me on this path, you know what I'm saying? So definitely an honor for having both of y'all on here, you know?
That's what's up.
That's
man,
what's you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Demi doing a lot of stuff, man. He probably got a call.
You know, Janice cussed me out. When you gonna do a live with us? I'm here, Janice. See what I'm saying?
You busy, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, Demi, he busy too. He probably on a call somewhere because he's not even on here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he working. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We gotta get this gold, y'all. We gotta stop playing. Just don't allow people to shut your household down. If this doesn't wake you up, all the hundreds of thousands of people that's affected right now by this government shutdown, if this don't wake you up, I don't know what might wake you up. It's time, 2019, it's time for go back to gold independence. Gold independence, ladies and gentlemen, and Karatbars has the answer. So listen, damn it, Metals, I just wanted to pop in, give you props out, and say you and Janice doing a great job, man. Let me know if you need me, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Og, man. Much love. Love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? And,
absolutely.
Can't wait to see you again, man. You know what I'm saying? We hook up. Hey, listen, everything he said, you know, he the one who actually got me on this path to, you know, financial freedom. And brother Demi, man, I always go to him for information. He always sharing stuff, you know, with me, point me in the right direction, and we trying to save us and our people at the same time. That's all we trying to do. So I appreciate y'all for joining the live. If you have any questions, you know who to contact. Me, Demi, Miss Janice. I mean, you know, get back with us, and let's make something happen. Smoothie, see y'all. Y'all have a good day.